Hey guys, me again, with my messy hair, but I'm good, I'm calm. So today's topic is something that it's not a common question, but it's a common mistake, which is how to properly put balloons, dialogue on your comic, or the lettering process. Well, let me tell you this. Most people don't pay enough attention to these kind of details. And it's the first one that everyone that buy your comic will pay attention to. Because if they notice that your lettering or your dialogues are not put in the right way, they can't follow your story. So it's gonna be hard for them to read it. In short, they will not buy it. So how do we do this? Well, normally, when people think of a panel, they think of something like this. I know it's not perfect, bear with it. So this is how most people see the panel, right? When you are a comic book producer, an artist, a writer, and letterer, you should look at your panel like this. Same panel divided in thirds, 9. I know it's divided in 9 pieces, but for some reason it's called thirds. Figure. So we use this as a first step of a composition, right? So we in America, in this part of the world, we read from left to right, up and down, right? So why is this important? Well, if you do this, if you follow this, everybody by common sense, when they read your comics, every panel, they will start looking at your upper left corner. They're looking for where to start reading, right? So if you start on your right upper corner and continued on your left upper corner, they will read the whole thing backwards and they will not understand. And because we're used to it, to read from left to right, people would take more time to understand the story because they have to figure it out. Oh, this part is supposed to be first, right? So how do we fix that? First and foremost, we start by the composition of the comic, right? Let me give you this example, right? Like this. Let's say that this is a whole group of characters on your page, and this is the dialogue, right? As you can see, this whole group will be talking in 3/3, 1, 2, and 3. This means that, for example, if this character is saying something, the balloon will be here. But if the character is here, the balloon needs to be here. So this is how and why the composition is so important. You have to guide this balloon to here. So if you do that, you will draw a whole line through this character, which is gonna mess up the whole square of the group. Maybe it's important. So when you get the step of doing the whole from script to pencils, you need to know how the composition works. I will tell you about this in detail in another video. Or we can use this Fuchsia Man cover as another example. See, the composition here is the main character is in the middle, the center, and the sidekick or the second character, it's below him. So we never fool the whole panels. And this is the way he will talk, or they will talk. Remember, maybe because of the video, you'll see this backwards, but it's left to right, right? Upper, down. That's how we normally read. That being said, there's another thing need to be said about the letters here. Because of computers, most people think that lettering is a part of the comic book that you can just cut in order to save from your budget, and that's super wrong. The letterer is the one that actually makes the writer's words into the comics. So think of him as a very important translator. Let's say you're speaking in English, and for some reason you're speaking with someone from, I don't know, France, for example, and you listen to that person and you maybe can catch 1, 2 words, but you will never understand fully what that person is saying. So that's the same way with the comic books and the story. If you don't have a letterer translating from the script to the visuals, the person reading that comic will have a very difficult time understanding what that story is all about. So I went into more detail in the Spanish version of this video. So I will advise that if you have any kind of questions about this topic, please make questions on the comments of this video, or just reach me on any social media with just search Chago Approved, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Besides that, I'm not sharing this information because I think I'm the best or I'm better than you. All the contrary. I'm doing this because I want to share the little bit that I know, learn from you guys, exchange information, and make this whole better and a whole bigger industry for us, the independent comic producers. So I just want to say thanks for your time, and please stay safe.